Welcome everybody. I'm glad for you guys to join me once again. Today what I'm going to be speaking on is hijackers of divinity. And when I speak of divinity, what I mean is taking your essence or your energy, okay? A lot of times this takes place as someone who tries to copy you, right? What is that statement where they say that's the highest form of compliment uh, is to mimic one, right? However, is that really the case? I'm not sure if you guys follow the Puffy trials or anything like that, but I remember there was a portion of it. I watched a couple of different episodes of it, but I remember there was a portion of it where it was talking about when Puffy was mimicking Tupac and then, giving speeches that Tupac gave before and trying to dress like him and trying to sleep with the women that Tupac was with and things like that. So that is a great example of this copycat type energy, which is seeking to gain the power or the essence of the one that they're copying, right? However, is that really the case? Can they actually do that? And the answer is yes, if you're on a low frequency. So that is the answer, and I'll suggest you guys all research it. I just want everyone to be up to par on understanding how they can protect their energy and how important it is to be able to do so. But in able to do so, you have to know that that even exists, right? I want to give an example. Okay, I was studying different things, and there was an example of couples that were like parts of cults, or maybe they were just doing like some Google type stuff, right? But it's cultish. So what they would do is they would go out and they would act like they were single, and they would go sleep with different people, and they would come back and sleep with each other and harness the people's energy, right? So I want you guys to know that that does exist, and that's something that's very, very real. So it's very important to not just protect yourself, but to, well, that's important as well, but to limit the people that you're actually interacting with, right? And to actually, what's the word? Don't use your sexuality as recreation, okay? Or just for fun, or I guess that would be recreation, right? Don't do that. Your body is very sacred. Your energy is very sacred. And that's a way for a person who is not looking out for your best interest. That's a way that they can affect you very, very deeply, very, very highly. So what they do is they go out and they go sleep with different people. They bring that energy to each other. And basically it's thieves. It's spiritual thieves. So I want you guys to be aware of that. I want you guys to just be aware. Share it with other people so they are aware as well. I'm not sure if you realize, like, we'll talk about like the high school popular people, right? What did they have in common, right? A lot of people wanted to gather around them, right? So they were like getting a lot of different people's energy when you think about it, right? Maybe not on purpose, but yet if a lot of people are magnetized to them, they're around lots of energy, right? And if the energy is focused on them, they could, not purposely, but yeah, some purposefully and some non-purposefully, but they can absorb that and take that with them. So I want you guys to think of it like that. Our energy is very sacred. Our energy is for us and our loved ones, and we need to be able to protect it, right? So let me see what else. So that's more like on a micro level. Now let's talk about it on a macro level, right? With different religions and different, even cults, some people would say that all religions are a cult, but that's neither here or there. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody in that sense. However, a lot of religions have these type of people inside of their religions, and they're very aware of what they're doing, right? A lot of them, when you think about it, think about all the emotions that are happening inside of these religious buildings, right? It is mandatory that these preachers get you emotionally involved when you think about it, right? And when you're emotionally involved, what are you doing? You're pouring a lot of energy out. Now, I'm not saying every preacher is like that, because I've seen some really good preachers and I felt like they were very, very beautiful individuals, and that they carried a very beautiful light inside of them, right? But I want you guys to be aware that this is taking place. So if you have like a weird feeling, or if you feel like extremely drained when you get out of a service, that's not very healthy. So on that note, I don't want to, like, again, I don't want to disrespect anyone, or to affect anybody in a negative way. I am here just to assist and to help, and to just evolve, just like hopefully you guys are as well. So on that note, I want to talk about a couple of key things or characteristics that a lot of these cult leaders have. And one is claiming divine power, right, without actually showing an example of that, or without even showing you examples of their divine power. Another thing would be manipulation of beliefs, right, where they distort religious text, kind of like scripture hopping, if you want to say that. I'm not saying every preacher is doing that purposefully, but there are lots that do that, right? A lot of people are in different organizations and they're not there for the right reason. Just like in work environments, just like friendships. I mean, even Jesus Christ or Yahshua, right? I say Yahshua, but a lot of people say Jesus Christ. But even Yahshua had a deceiver in his disciples, right? Judas stayed there with him, right? Ate at the same table with him. And this is, in all these different institutions, you'll be able to find different Judases just like that, right? A lot of them have the mask on, and they might even be family members, friends, neighbors, you know, who knows, different associates, things of that nature. So that's one thing. And then, I'm sorry, those are two things. And the third one is going to be financial exploitation, right? And you see that all over the TV, or, well, right now it's not totally focused on that, but, you know, prior we were seeing all these different preachers that were getting in trouble for different things and money laundering and things of that nature. Anyways, people, I am glad that you guys viewed this. I was just venting a little bit and wanted to talk about those kind of scenarios and let you guys know that that is something that is real, that is something that exists. And sometimes this can take place even if that is not your intention. If you're just a recreational person that's sleeping around, or, you know, not really caring for your temple too much, then that could happen even if someone's not aware that it's taking place. So on that note, many blessings to all of you guys. I'm very grateful again that you came and that you took the time out of your day to listen to me. Please hit the like button. It's greatly appreciated. Namaste.